As a lot of you know, I play a lot of SnowRunner with Pilot, Shadow, Nav, all these guys on stream all the time. What I had not picked up since 2016 was the game that started it all, Spintires. It was originally released in 2014 on June 13th. I can't believe I haven't played it that much. I only have 22.5 hours now logged on it, and before that I had like 10. So I've spent 15 hours playing the game recently within the last week in 2023. The game's almost 10 years old. Why is it not played more? You never see people online playing it. I think I'm one of the only people on my friends list that has it outside of my brother, and I feel bad that this game got shut down. There are so many good things. And before we go any further, if you can get a hold of this game, it's no longer available on Steam due to lawsuits with the developers of SnowRunner and MudRunner. If you can find it and you can play it, give it a chance. I've spent 15 hours in it. I haven't had one glitch, one bug, no weird other things that made me stop playing it way back in. I think it's a more fun game than SnowRunner, if that's okay for me to say, and for different reasons. One of my biggest complaints with SnowRunner is the amount of time it takes to do anything. The map sizes are very vertical. You do a lot of going back and forth. The size of the physical map itself is actually kind of small. You can be from one side to the other in a map in a few minutes if the route's clear. One of the ways the developer tries to make you spend more time in every map section is a few different ways. The first one is fuel usage and fuel tank size. Fuel tanks are very tiny in stock SnowRunner. You're going to be having to refuel probably once a day cycle. The game is more trudging through everything than it is getting to a destination and doing the job that you're supposed to do. There are objectives that are fun and great, rebuilding a mine, starting a little town, all these other things. Those are great. They're fun objectives. But for a truck driving simulator where you're just wanting to do a job, like moving logs, you're very slow. And I think that's evident in the footage in the background is how fast I traverse the map in this game. The day-night cycle is a lot longer, which is another good thing. Every time we play multiplayer in SnowRunner, we always say that the days are way too short, and it seems like you're always playing at nighttime. It was about 45 minutes from the start of a day to the end of a day, which I think is fine. You can do a lot of stuff in that amount of time. And again, the maps are bigger, so you're spending more time in the map doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing. You're not just sitting here spinning your wheels. The sound design in this game is also perfect. From the creaking and groaning, engine sounds, horn, wildlife, just everything feels real and lived in. Just the particle effects coming out of the exhaust, they're so right. The Maz has a tank engine in it that feels like it actually has a tank engine in it. Where in SnowRunner, it feels weak and pathetic. There's these nice little pops and cracks too when the gas engine is backfiring and you get oil burning, and it's so good. From the engine starts to the engine's off, it's just good. The whole soundscape is so good. There's also pathing. You go in a place and you drive through it, and there's ruts where you were. And I'm not talking like, the game clearly has ruts. You can see that. What I'm saying is, if you drive through a field, it looks like you drove through a field. And that's nothing to say about the graphics. I mean, this game is 10 years old. It doesn't look 10 years old. It looks amazing. The game engine itself feels better to me. I did a lot of off-road driving. When you understand like how tires maintain traction and what gearing does and everything like that. Now, I'm not saying that the gearing in either one of these games is good. I think they are both horrible and convoluted messes for some reason. But the way it works in Spintires is, as long as you understand that you have wheel slip and you catch it, you're allowed to continue moving. Where in SnowRunner, it doesn't matter. I spend 99% of my time in SnowRunner with my finger on my Xbox controller trigger, just going, please get me there sometime today. And this doesn't matter what truck or anything, you're going to get there. It just depends on how long you want to wait to get there. Spintires, however, if you get stuck and you've really messed up, you get the full experience of, I messed up. You're going to have to start winching correctly. There's no bump winch. If you try to winch sideways like you do in SnowRunner, if you winch sideways, the trucks are bottom heavy, and you're able to slide yourself around. Where Spintires, you have a lot more height to your center of gravity. And if you try to pull sideways, guess what? The truck's top heavy. You're going to start tipping over. So you have to really think about which direction you need to go. Another thing is the air down system for some of the trucks in Spintires is amazing. I think the graphics for it is a little weird. The tires kind of egg out unnaturally. Like normally, whenever you air down, the tire gets wider along, left to right, and a little bit front to back, but not too much. It's mainly left to right. You're making that foot pad bigger. And the way it does in the SnowRunner, it kind of makes it an odd shape. Like it's round on top and flat on the bottom, and it's really flat on the bottom. It does what you think it would do. The truck itself lowers because you're letting air out. You're losing your height, and in some cases that can mean you're actually putting your truck underwater. At the same time, you are getting that bigger footprint, and you have more traction to pull yourself through. Wheel speed in both of the games doesn't really reflect what you use your wheel speed for. In some of these situations, you would be giving the truck as much gas as you can. You want to clean the tread so you're constantly... No mud hole is bottomless. At some point, you'll hit the bottom. Now, you might not hit the bottom before you run out of ground clearance, but at some point you will hit the bottom, and you'll hit harder packed dirt that you can start to claw for. And that's the way it works in real life. At some point, you can go, skinny pedal, I need to clean out these treads and start clawing my way through. Low tire speed at that point, it's not really going to help you any. You've basically turned your tire into a giant mud ball. There's videos of this and everything else. Sadly, I was not able to get any of the DLCs. There's like a Sherp, Chernobyl, and China, I think, at this point. They're just no longer available. The keys are sold out at this point. And because the game's not on Steam anymore, it's very hard to find. I'm not going to give my money to some Chinese or Russian site to get a key that may or may not work. I'm not advocating for setting sail and going into, full black hat wearing with skull and crossbones territory, but, you do you. I think this game is seriously worth another look for those that have it. I'll probably end up playing this on stream at some point. It's a different kind of feeling, and I just kind of wanted to bring everybody's attention back to it. And, if you've got it, let me know. Let me know what you think about it.